Paga! Paga, lo vedi la mano? Paga!
Ladies and gentlemen, Branded Fusion is finally here on Master Duel. The mighty dragons like Mirror Jade and Lubellion had been unleashed. All being Ultrares of course, because Konami wants you to waste money on this game if you didn't know already. So, in this guide we'll look deeply at Branded DESPIA. We'll see a list you can net deck to reach Diamond 1, we'll see the combos the deck does, and some tips to play it perfectly. Let's go! This is the list we're working around. We don't play Lost because we want our deck to be as consistent as possible. That package is kinda bricky and doesn't solve the problem the deck has, like Ash on your Branded Fusion or Call by the Grave when you're branded in red. Nothing out of the ordinary after all, if not for triple chair and triple patchwork. You have to max out on these cards because you need extenders to push through hand traps. Remember, this is a combo deck, so we need as much extenders as possible. Oh boy, it's wombo combo time! The first one just requires a looper and a discard fodder. I choose Driver because, let's be real guys, he's becoming the real star of this channel. So, we start our turn by summoning a looper, the Jester of Despia, searching a Branded Fusion from the deck. We can then activate this Branded Fusion to summon Lubellion, the Syrian Dragon. We'll send Fallen of Albaz and Despian Tragedy to the graveyard as fusion materials. At this point we can resolve both Tragedy and Lubellion's effects. Tragedy will search for Ad Libitum of Despia, while Lubellion will summon Mirror Jade, the Iceblade Dragon, by shuffling back itself and the Fallen of Albaz. To end the combo, we'll activate Mirror Jade's effect. We'll send an Albion the Branded Dragon from the extra deck to the graveyard to banish the Aluber. We are doing this because in the end phase we can get Albion's effect to set up Branded in red directly from the deck. In the opponent's turn we can flip this red. We'll get back the Tragedy and summon a Guardian Chimera. We can then resolve Tragedy, Ad Libitum and Chimera's effects. So, we'll search an Aluber for follow-ups, we'll get back the Mirror Jade, we can banish a monster again, and finally a pop and to draw with Chimera. Pretty cool, huh? The second combo is very similar to the first. We're just replacing the discard fodder with a Dejim Chain. Follow the Branded Fusion line for the first combo. Discarding the chair this time will grant us with a free Fur Patchwork, which we'll use to get another chair and a polymerization. Next, we can activate this poly by using Lib and Mirror Jade to make a Predaplant Dragostapelia. Finally, we can get Mirror Jade back thanks to Lib. This field is way more scary because we have a Stapelia negate and a Mirror Jade banish. And don't forget about red, which is a Chimera and a Mirror Jade alone. Oh god, this deck is crazy! For the last combo you need Opening, Chair, Fusion of Red, and a discard fodder. It's pretty bonkers, but still doable. Let's start by using Opening, discarding Chair to search for a Tragedy. This will trigger the Imp to search for Patchwork. Let's activate this Patchwork to get another Imp and a Poly. So next we can Poly Tragedy and the Imp away for Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. Now with Tragedy we can search for a Lure, which will get the spell card we're missing, in this example a Branded in red. Next we can Branded Fusion to summon Lubellion, sending Lib and Albaz from the deck to the graveyard. We'll chain red to Lubellion's effect, grabbing Tragedy to summon the second Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. Now Lubellion will resolve, summoning Mirror Jade as always. This endboard gives us double Masquerade, which makes our opponent pay 1200 life points every time he's breathing, which is very effective against decks like Flounderies. We also have the red play for a Stapelia or a Guardian Chimera. It's finally time to see some tips and tricks to become the Despia master you always dreamed of. Let's start by talking about Branded Lost. Do you know that this card doesn't prevent Ash Blossom? That's because Feat negates the effect of the card, while Branded Lost prevents the activation of the cards from being negated. It can cover you from something like Gospel and Judgment, since they negate the activation of the card. When summoning a monster, your opponent can't interact with your fusion, only if the fusion spell was the first link of the chain. In this example, both players have a Branded Lost on their side of the field. Player A activates a Branded Fusion, while player B responds with his Branded in red. Player B summons a Guardian Chimera, while player A summons a Lubellion the Syrian Dragon. Player B can't activate Chimera or any other effect in a new chain, since player A Branded Fusion was the first link of the chain. The second point is all about DESPIA and queries. It serves some specific functions, like handling non-fusion bidders, countering Apollousa since she can negate with 0 attack, and also floats in a mirror match for a Fallen of Albas. Let's say it's the opponent's turn, and deactivates his Mirror Jade to banish a monster. We can activate our back, because we already activated the effect. What we can do instead is chain in Branded in red to summon a Quattle. Now Mirror Jade resolves, and our opponent has to decide between his monster for a clean -1 or Quattle itself. If he goes for a monster, we can summon an Albas from the deck, which will summon another Mirror Jade, the Iceblade Dragon. This is even more effective against Chimera, since it has to pop our cards no matter what, but keep in mind that this play can be punished with another red. By chaining that to Quattle's effect, our opponent can summon a Dragostapelia, which can easily deal with the Fallen of Albas. The third point is all about DESPIA Tragedy and Albion. If we already have a way to trigger Tragedy, there's no point in summoning Lubellion with Branded Fusion. We can send Snow instead and going for Albion, which can summon Lubellion itself. This play is very cool because it gives you a free interruption with Snow, but also on Albion, which we can fuse with a Poly to not waste the Mirror Jade banish. The last point is all about hand traps. You should never, I'm not kidding, chain Maxi to Branded Opening. What your opponent can do is simply searching an Aluber, get a red and passing the turn. Nice -1, bro. You always should Veiler or Imperm the Aluber.
Ochira, you should wait for Lubellion.
No, you shouldn't, you little popo, because you can play around them with Branded in red. Let's say that we open Aluber and a Branded Fusion. We normal summon the Aluber and that resolve, getting us to a Branded in red. Next we fusion for Lubellion. Our opponent chains Imperm here and we chain our red, targeting the Albas in the graveyard. Not only we're dodging the hand trap, but we also get a free Dragostapelia on the board. If we Imperm the Aluber instead, we can get the Branded in red in the first place, leaving us with a less powerful end board. And that's all for today, guys. Don't forget to sub so you don't miss any new upload. Can't believe it, Shay! We're almost at 1k, that's crazy! Comment with your thoughts and opinion about the deck. Can't wait to hear them, guys. Bye bye!
Scusatemi, vi devo salutare perché devo andare a puttane.